Hello everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Dr. Yabo. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. We did. Christmas was lovely. I had my whole family here and we just had fun. So as the new year comes closer and closer, we just have a few days left. I wanted to do this video just to talk about one thing that if you're a single woman, you should be careful of, and you should make sure you put in mind and you're mindful of, that will definitely help your relationship get to the next level. So my name is Dr. Yabo. If you don't know me, Dr. Yabo Webzel. I'm a 50-year-old business and lifestyle coach for women. I coach ambitious women to be able to attract true love into their lives, their true soulmates, their true partner for life. And of course, the business side, I coach ambitious women to use their innate creative gifts and talents to be able to build a business or scale a business to high 6 and 7 figures and beyond. And I coach only ambitious women because, of course, I only coach women who are really ready to get that bigger vision, bigger dream into their lives. Not women who are really after money per se, but who their primary goal is just to do more, live that bigger vision, live that bigger dream, transform their lives, and start working on the legacy that they're going to leave behind. So those are the two things I do. And if you're here on my YouTube page, you'll see that all my videos revolve around that. So I'm either talking about business and mindset and entrepreneurship and personal development, because really you cannot have good business and financial development without a solid personal life, because both are intertwined, as we know. And I also help singles attract the true love into their lives. So I do talk about relationships and dating a lot. And of course, in there, I give tips for married women who also may need tips to refresh and re-energize their marriages. So that's the coaching part of me. Of course, I'm a doctor. I'm also a board certified pediatrician, fellow of the American Academy of Pediatrics. I'm a lifestyle blogger. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur going on 17 years. So that's why I'm teaching women now how to become entrepreneurs. I have built and scaled my own practice from 0 to 7 figures, and now I have about 5 income streams as well. I'm also an author. My book, Permanent Happiness, is available on Amazon. So if you haven't read it, it's a must read before the new year comes in. So make sure you go to Amazon and search for my book, Permanent Happiness, under Dr. Yabo. It's going to show my maiden name, Ojikutu, but make sure you get it and read it just to prepare yourself for the new year, because it's like one of those evergreen books that just teaches you about happiness and fulfillment and joy. I'm also a mom of 5 kids. I'm sorry, a mom of 4 kids, believe it or not. 5 kids, maybe there's one more coming. Where did I get that from? I'm a mom of 4 kids. I have 2 daughters and 2 stepsons, and I'm married to my honey Neil. So I do wear many, many hats. Like I said, I blog as well. My blog, the Peace Place blog, is on my website. I'm also on the medical board of Flow Health. So those are all the things that I do. I'm a blogger, I'm a writer, I'm a coach, I'm a doctor, I'm a business person, and I'm also a family person. So I do wear many hats. So I wanted to do this video to tell you about this one thing about dating. So let's get to it. So yes, hi there, we're back. So what's that one thing? Before I go into that one thing, single ladies, I do want to give you a reminder and a refresher about that if you're still single, there are some main and major things you should be focusing on. So if you're still single and you're still out in the dating field, regardless of where you are you seeing somebody? Because for me, honestly, you're single until you get married. You really have to have that mindset. Don't feel like because you're now boyfriend and girlfriend, so therefore you're no longer single. I'm not saying that you shouldn't focus on one person. You should definitely be faithful. If you're with somebody and you're exclusive, be faithful to that person. But make sure you're telling yourself in your mind that I'm still single until I actually get married. Even when you're engaged, you're still single. Just so that you can get out of that mindset of thinking because we're now boyfriend and girlfriend, because we're now exclusive, or because we're now engaged, I'm like his forever. Things happen. You guys know some people are exclusive and they still break up. Some people are engaged for years and they still break up. So until you get married, you're not married and you're still single until the day you walk down the aisle, okay? So if you're still single, I wanted to give you definitely refreshers about if you're still single and you haven't been able to find somebody that you really connect with, try online dating. I met my husband on Match.com. We got married on Zoom this year. If you know my story, I'll go into it really quickly. I was married for 15 years. I feel like I was married for 23 because I was with my ex from the age of 17 until just right before my 40th birthday. And then I was divorced for 10 years and I remarried this year at the age of 50, and I met my husband Neil, who's English, who's European. We met on Match.com. So online dating does work. There are many stories. I'm sure you probably know a few people who've been married for years and they met their spouse on online dating. So it works. You can watch my other videos about the things I talk about online dating. I'm not going to go into it because I've said it before. The next thing is make sure you're working on yourself. Don't put your goals and your dreams on hold. I say this a lot in my posts, in my videos. Women, marriage is not the all and all to happiness. You have to be happy and fulfilled first before you get married. Otherwise, your marriage won't work. If you're waiting to get married before you start living your life and hoping that your husband and married life is going to bring you happiness, then you're in the wrong mindset. And I hope that Dr. Yaba will take that mindset out of you. Start living your life now. If you have career dreams, money dreams, if you have a dream of buying a house, this house that you see behind me that looks so nice, I bought this house on my own as a single woman in 2017. I wasn't putting my life on hold to wait for a husband before I bought my own house. I had my dream house in mind. I wanted my house in a certain part of town in Atlanta. I wanted a really nice townhome in a townhome community because I really just don't want to have to deal with gardening and all of that. I wanted a nice townhome but still big and, up-end townhome, and I saved up for that. I mean, I can do that another video if you want me to talk about how I was able to save up and buy my own house. I'm happy to do that on another video. So if you would like that story, tell me in the comment section. Just stop now and just say, yes, Dr. Yaba, please show us how to have financial independence and be able to have our own home. I will give you the tips on what I used. Obviously, if you want all the intricate details and you want financial freedom and financial independence, you need to invest in my coaching and you need to hire me as your coach. So going back to that, I didn't put my life on hold. Those 10 years that I was single, I published a book. I wrote 3 books. I spoke at the United Nations. My practice went from down here to there. I was flourishing and chasing and living my own dreams. And I bought my own house in 2017 and I moved in here with my younger daughter. My older daughter was in college. And it's like you have to live your own dreams. So single women, stop waiting for that man who's going to be your all in all and the rich man who's going to give you the car and the house. Get what it is that you want for yourself, and the man will come and join you in your happiness. And you'll both be good partners and you'll share life together. Obviously, make sure you marry a man who also has a dream and a goal and is also chasing after his dreams. Be careful of the men who just want to marry you so that they can enjoy your money or your home, right? So make sure you marry a man who also has acquired things in his own past and is, depending on what age you are. Obviously, I'm in middle age, so my husband and I had acquired a lot already. But if you're in your 20s, make sure you're both on the path of doing good things and achieving your dreams. You're both in college, you both have jobs that you're doing, you both have a plan, a future, a dream. So make sure. So that was the second thing. First thing is try online dating, okay? They're not all murderers and pedophiles. Second thing is live your life, live your dreams and don't put those on hold. Number 3, take care of yourself. You have to take care. People look at me and they're like, there's no way you're 50, you look 35. Nobody ever guesses I'm 40. I mean, I don't know. I'm really thankful for that. But whenever people guess my age, they guess between 35 to 39. Nobody ever says 40. And I'm 50 years old. But I take care of myself. I woke up this morning. Well, I slept 8 hours, first of all. You have to sleep. A lot of us women don't sleep well. I slept 8 hours. I woke up. I took some steps. I cleaned up my home and all of that. And I have happiness and peace of mind because I have a good partner that I married who makes me happy. So these are all the things that keep you ageless. And of course, you have to watch what you're eating. You have to exercise. There's no, big whatever to that. There's no big magic to it. I've never had any plastic surgery. I just do everything that I'm meant to do. I eat right, I think right, and I drink right. Okay, water is my drink, and green tea and green juices and all of that. So take care of yourself physically, spiritually, and mentally. Take care of your mental health. And number 4, be careful of the circle of friends you're in. A lot of us become the people we associate with. For me, I'm a loner, a bird that flies in the air. I have a lot of friends, but I'm also a loner. You know that kind of life, right? I have a lot of friends, but I think for myself. And then I ask God for direction. But for some of us women, we have to pick up the phone and ask this friend and ask that friend and ask this relative and ask that relative. I'm not saying you shouldn't look for counsel, but look for counsel from people who are professionals and people who you trust, because you have to be careful about people you share everything with. Some people who pretend like they love you the most and they're giving you the best advice actually don't have your best interest in mind. So a lot of us women talk too much here, there, and there. Plan your own life, journal, and reach out to God and ask Him to show you the direction. Again, I'm not saying don't have people you trust, but you don't need to have 10 or 20. 1 or 2 or 3 are the most people that you really trust. It's up to you to find out who those people are. And before the new year starts, you want to review your inner circle. Please go to my Instagram page and watch all my reels and read all my posts in the last 2 to 3 months. That's your project. Read all of those and let it all sink in. I have a lot of free material I put out there. You have to review your inner circle. Some of you have friends and you have people in your inner circle that tell you a lot of lies, that give you a lot of false information, and you become an average of all those people. So those are tips that you have to use to make sure that you're on the right path. And of course, hire an expert, a consultant, or a coach who is very experienced in these things. A lot of you say my coaching is expensive, but as expensive as it is, I just started coaching in October and I already have a lot of clients who've signed up. So women who are ambitious, who want more from life, and who understand that they need that one-on-one experts beside them to really move them to the next level. Some people just sign up for my coaching just to, elevate their relationship life and be able to get a good partner. And that's a good investment. And while we're discussing that, of course, I dive into business and entrepreneurship and money and all that. My coaching is holistic. So again, I plead with you that as 2021 comes, remember these 5 or 6 things I've said. You can't do life alone, but you should also be careful about doing life with a crowd of people and asking for advice from here or there, or moving around with people who are giving you bad information. You may think it's good, but that may be what's blocking you and stopping you from finding the right man for yourself or from financial freedom. So I'm here for you. My prices are going up on January 2nd. So if you're watching this video and you feel like I like her, I want her to be by my side, then hurry up. You have just a couple days, 2 or 3 days. I'm recording this video in advance, but you have just 2 or 3 days or 4 days at the most to sign up for my coaching, because on January 2nd, my prices are tripling. Yeah, they're even more than tripling. So get up, find the money from somewhere. I'm sure you guys know how to get the funds if you need the funds, but you need somebody beside you to elevate you. If you're a single woman who's still looking for your spouse, for your soulmate, I will help you with all the steps to position you in a very good place to get a spouse. So what's that one thing? I know I've been saving it, right? What's that one thing for you single ladies that, let's say, so single ladies are in different phases. Let's say you're single and you're dating a guy now and you really like him and you hope it leads to engagement or marriage. Or if you're single and you don't even have anybody and you're just hoping to meet somebody soon, or you're a divorced woman who's like, when should I start dating? Should I start dating now? there's one thing that is of utmost importance. And I learned this along the way from reading, from just, listening to my own intuition, from everything, all the knowledge around me. That thing is, you cannot change anybody, including your husband or your spouse to be. Okay? A lot of us women see red flags during dating, but we still put our neck into it and we still get married. And then after we get married, we start hoping, wishing, working on changing the person. That's not how it works. What you see is what you get. Did you hear that? If you're listening to this video, pause it for a second, let that sink in, or grab your journal and write it down. What you see during dating is what you'll get during marriage. You're not going to change anybody, okay? For example, I went through a divorce. The very thing that caused my divorce was a red flag that I had seen, but I was too young to really understand the gravity of it. People did point it out to me, adults pointed it out to me, younger people pointed it out to me and said, this one thing, be careful, it may cause your marriage not to survive. But I still put my neck into it, and that was the very thing that actually caused my divorce. It wasn't even my ex-husband himself, but it was somebody associated with him. So if you see a red flag and some trusted people are telling you that, be careful, you better listen. Don't think that you'll get married and something will happen and he'll change or that situation will change. So just know that who you see during dating is who you're going to get. And this is why it's important to know what you're looking for. While you're dating, or before you even meet the person, take the time to write down the qualities you're looking for. Talk to God, pray about those qualities. And, if you write down 10 qualities, at least try to get 8 or 9 out of them. You don't have to be too picky, but you have to know what you're looking for. If you just want a man, you're just going to settle for anything. So if you write down those qualities and there's only 5 out of 10 of them and you're like, oh, the remaining 5, I'll just deal with it. I'll just live with it. Or after we get married, he'll love me more, so he'll change. It's never going to happen. It actually may even get worse. Most of the time it gets worse. Or if he has some habits that you just can't stand, or you walk into his house and the whole place is dirty and stinky and he throws things all around and you are like a neat freak like me, you can see my house. It may not work, right? Or if he's somebody that likes to go to bed at 2, 3 a.m. and you are more of a 9, 10 p.m. person, these are things that cause major friction. Some couples never go to bed together, and that will cause friction with you. Amongst you, it will cause lack of intimacy, and those things lead to major problems. So these are all the things you have to look at. Little things, like I will give you an example. Like I did while we were dating, because my husband's English, when he does dishes by hand, he doesn't wipe off the soap, he doesn't rinse off the soap. He just washes it and then puts it away. So one day I saw that and I started to rinse it, and he's like, why am I rinsing? And I said, there's still soap, you forgot to rinse it off. And he said, no, that's how I was brought up. That's what we did in my family. We didn't rinse off soap. Soap isn't poisonous. So that was fine. That's just a little thing, right? There's some little things. Nobody's going to be perfect. There's some little things you'll just overlook. You don't have to make a big issue about that. And I'm used to it now. Because I thought to myself that if he's been eating soap since he was born, he's 57 years old, he's fine. Obviously, it's not harmful. And he's right, soap isn't poisonous. So there's little things that you have to be tolerant of. But while you're dating, if there's some things that don't meet you right, that make you feel uncomfortable, that just make your gut start to stir, or you meet a guy that you really like and then you find out that he doesn't have a father figure, he's been estranged from his father, and that's really affecting him, and he has a mother who's like very, very controlling of him, and just he and his mother are like tight-fisted. That may be a huge red flag. That was my situation. Okay, so for me now, I just talk to women and I talk to my own daughters that if you meet a guy who has no father figure in his life and a guy who's extremely close to his mother, you may want to be careful, because that situation will never change. You know, you can imagine having to deal with that, having to be the second wife and this push and pull thing, you know, like that's my mom and this is. So be careful. If there's a red flag, don't ignore it. But the main one thing I wanted to tell you in this video, I hope you got the message and the gist, is you cannot change anyone until they want to change themselves. And the worst thing anybody likes in this life is being criticized or not being accepted as they are. So if you marry a man and there's several things that you're thinking, I like how he looks, he's handsome, he's sexy, he has a good job, he's this, but I don't like that and I don't like that, but I'll teach him how to change. Or after we get married, he'll be so in love with me and I would have tied him down and he'll change. It's not gonna happen. So you better make sure that before you say your I do's, you understand that you're gonna accept all that part of him. If you are not, then don't do it. Just move on to the next person and ask God to give you somebody that you'll be mostly compatible with. Again, you're not gonna get everything. But if you start to criticize and say, you don't do it this way, you don't do it that way, why don't you, it's going to pull you guys apart. And this is what makes couples just start to live separate lives, and then the guy starts to look for validation outside. Again, I'm not saying that men, so don't message me and say I'm blaming women for cheating, but at some point, we have to also take responsibility for the way we act. I'm not saying that you're going to push your husband out, but nobody in this world likes to be criticized. You think about it. If you have a husband who is telling you all the time, you don't do this, why do you put your hair up like that? You don't know how to clean. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? That would make you feel really sick, and it'll make you just feel like distance from him. And you may start to feel like, you know, what's going on with this? Why did I do this? I may have just married a man who's more accepting of me. And then your eyes start to look around. It's human nature. Everybody wants to be validated. Everybody wants to be accepted. So this is, I've never said in a video before that this is crucial. This is crucial information. This one information I'm giving you will totally change your dating, engagement, and marriage life. Open your eyes to what you're seeing. If you know it's not something you can deal with, don't get married to that person, because he's not going to change. Don't just say when he gets married, it's this, it's that, you know, or you feel that he has a mom who's very controlling and they're just close and it's like he listens to everything he says, but she lives in another country, and then you're like, oh, but she doesn't live in our home, she doesn't live in our country, she won't be able to have an effect on him. There's phones, right? We have phones, we have text, we have all of that. That was my situation. So I still went into it headlong, and everything that people close to me were warning me about was a big problem for me. So I hope this video helped. I don't know how to emphasize it enough, but you cannot change people. Nobody likes to be criticized or, you know, made to feel invalidated or made to feel that they are not good enough. So if you're dating him and there's some parts of him you do not like and you don't think you can live with, don't go into it. Let it go and ask God for a man that you'll be more compatible with, okay? So put that in mind as you go into 2021 and as you start to date. And again, I'm here for you. Like I said, I'd love to be your business and lifestyle coach and help you with everything dating, personal life, total wellness, and your money and your wellness, wealth building, and your professional life. So if you need a coach like that, you're in the right place. And I have all that experience and all the wins to show you. So I hope this video helped. Write it in your journal. Don't forget it. And remember that you get married to somebody that you like most of him. Because if you don't like most of him and you're thinking the remaining half you'll be able to live with or he'll change for you, it's not going to happen. So you better accept him as he is and know that that's the way he's going to remain. And that's the way his family is going to remain. If he has a sister or auntie who's obnoxious to you and acting strange and doesn't like you, that may come back to haunt you. So it's not only the man you're thinking of. You're thinking of, well, everything as well. You may think that they don't live with us, they won't interfere. But if they're your husband's family, they're not going anywhere. Okay, so I hope this helped. If it helped you, Please give me a like and a thumb up, like it. Comments, please. Comments are very important because comments will help YouTube show my video to more people, and I'll be able to keep doing more videos for you. So help me out with the comments, with the like, and let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about. If you want me to do a video on how I was able to save up and buy my own house, of course it's on mortgage. I didn't pay everything, but I did pay a third up front, and I saved up a lot of money to do that. But this is my home. Well, this is our home. I'm proud of it because now I'm married, and this is our home. But I love you all, and I thank you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, I hope this video will convince you to subscribe to my page, and I hope you will share my page with all your single and married friends and divorced friends, and let them know that this is the one-stop channel. Dr. Yabo's YouTube channel is the one-stop channel for everything from your money to your honey. Everything about professional, wealth building, financial freedom, entrepreneurship, and relationship and marriage tips. One-stop shop for you. So make sure you share my channel with all your friends. I'll see you soon, and Happy New Year, because I may not have a new video till the new year, but Happy New Year. And follow me on Instagram, and don't miss my tea time shows. My first tea time with Dr. Yabo show is with a really, really good, awesome business coach, Nick Pigeon. So make sure you mark your calendars for January 3rd, and make sure you join us on Instagram Live. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks.